Hello mateys, this is Discovery Scouts of the Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. Today is Saturday, February 4th, 2017. I'm going to the lunchtime of a buffet of the mall. Woo! See that, guys? So I got to the morning run in about 60 minutes. So probably instead of for Sunday after the 10:30 on the mass day, and my dad is still dating with mom, with her husband Julia, with his wife Julia, not divorced, only wife, only about engaged. This is only about the very hope of such things. So when I was in the outdoor running today, so I'll be with 22. I'll be working out in about for the 90 more days. Total would be 180 of them in the 270 and 360 days running. So, and my habitat is much of yours now. It's as hard as the passionate as many as you can. So you can avoid the wanting to lose weight, do it on the treadmill or outdoors, and doing homemade fitness, with the dumbbells, push-ups, dips, and setups. When it is supposed to do something, for one good thing, it shows you about the fitness camp. It might be the recorded history about Marine Corps Recruit Depot. They have a training like about the jogging with the running, push-ups, sit-ups, climbing, working out, climb mountain to do your abs. So I think you only think about it for one of the watchfuls. So you got to have to know about a very good interest about the fitness and anything about youngest days ever. It's as much of you today the socializations about my dad and my favorite data. And my good news is just I haven't looked up at such things about before and after. So burn up to the subcutaneous, invisible fat. And two things only to do. One good thing, the inside fat people, the truth. So YouTube channels. So the guy just sitting on the comfortable chair. He'll be unallowed to drink some of those to the beers. Those are the came for fat. When the inside of his body. When he gets the heartbeat and lungs, he will be able to do something else to do. When the organ system, they have to do. They're not supposed to do something about drink a lot of beers. If it get cause fat, if it grow up from a belly, and including really cause it about the subcutaneous invisible fats, and that's what I'm walking. So that's what I came for the run, the 60-minute. So no rest until about go off on the mall today for Old Country Buffet. Just like I do. So drink water as you can every day for the week and the month and the year. Stay hydrated. If you do, you're much going to take off for hiking place in the mountain air, and a lot of mountains, and Oregon mountains, and California mountains. Just like the San Andres do when Alexander and Catherine Daddario brought Levon for the last 2.5 years. When the August 31st, 2015, for Levon's doing good, the cutie dog. But it's got a hike it's just no fun. There's no necessarily it's you totally and none such things. It's about very adventures, just like for the Pacific Northwest Safari. This is what we're gonna do. So the straightest, all the straight to the sidewalks do. So that's just what it walking straight and running, jogging, and walking with the dogs and the jogging, just like in moments do, where you have to say something about very minimums maximized for fat burning for the calories. When the person gets losing weight, when it gets about 15 more weeks. So we're on 105 days left. So your provider decided to see one of the good things of a 60-day with Ashanti workouts. Insanity. It makes you about fat calories when you work out fast, really hard. Earn it. Make up for the 600,000 viewers. That's just what they're gonna make it do. So today is a marathon today. 60,000 runners every day around the world. When the Olympics 2017 this year, about 123 days left to the May through August. So I have it apparently do. So Bernard just noticed it to do for African running. Haile Gebrselassie, he was 44. So I came to look up on YouTube channel, so just watch it for this. So I kind of like being the most interesting about the men's runners. It's not sucks. Bike sucks. But I can't do my bike right now. My dad's doing the bike. I just run. I have included expectations for the market to tell. Well, I don't actually even know that. I have it very much about feeling my legs, my ankles, my calves, my gluteus, my thighs, my quadriceps. My knees are very excellent and good, very good. So don't want to know all you guys to know about it. You're all gonna be runners, about 60,000 around the world in the country, and going across in there for the country, from London, England, Africa, Europe, and India, and Asia, China, Japan, and Korea. And Hawaii too, like a 35,000 with them. For every 35,000 people around the Hawaii in the island, just like it do to show you guys about doing some very moments. So whatever you get to the subscribers, every content today. So when you get to the following on the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, and Vine's, Twitch/Steam gaming channels, and Kaka Story, Kaka Talk, Hangouts, and Tomalel. So subscription on your friends with you. Today is a day with the friends and subscription to the contents. So follow her on the Twitter, Instagram. So follow her on Majugga Nuggets, Big Butter, Geordie Stahlbarger, Kid Behind the Camera, Bridget West, Manicorn, Juliet Riley, Psycho Dad, Larry Slouch, Joe Bump, Psycho Mom, and Melissa, Psycho Aunts, Psycho Uncles, Grandpa's Corner, Derek Diesel Daily, Cupid Guy, The Cupid Guy Life, Nest Book, Life of Book, Space Jams Gardens, Life of Monko, The Book Show, Roman Atwood Wings, and Joshua Doherty, and Xiaomi TV, and Tony Tonino play as crazy boyfriend with the new method from yesterday for meeting Amanda today. One of the subscriptions to the Amanda Cruz shows today. So I will find out about the Tony meets Amanda for yesterday. Well, there says I like your YouTube too. So don't forget to include the best over to subscribers to the friends. So tell us about a very interesting things about Alexander Daddario topic forever, Alex Anna, which is today, Zac Efron, John Bass, Elvis Hadra, Kelly Woodbotch, Dean Collins, Logan Lerman, Michael Rappaport, Eli Fanny, Michelle Monaghan, and Levi Rambin, Jim Parak, Jake Aba, Ali Wood, Randy T. Jackson, Douglas Smith, and Teresa Palmer, Kaiser lawyer Benjamin Walker, and Mark Weber, and one of the friends too, Parker Zippel, Buzz Simpkins will be married, and Mark Lucasen, and Kate today. So not sure what's behind the scenes. BTS. It means behind the scenes. So you got to the toilet, but supposed to do something. One of the such things about scene 17 today, like a military Air Force base. It's short enough half about the organs do. Travis, California, we're having to do something when it was most included in the Nevada, and included the Las Vegas, San Diego, and Dover and Andrews, and mostly included about Man of Steel for C-17. One of the things about the good, interesting about Flight Night to about 65,000 feet tall, is mostly about the included the hardest about be worrying my ear so loud. If it gets my waterway, if it chews my gum, if it costs a lot, it's gonna hurt really bad in the ears. So we have to be careful with my ear. We have to be careful with the ears does. So you gotta need to be careful. That's not gonna be really necessary. It's none of such things about it. Taking care of about you guys as much as you do about those gentlemen here. And so I have a short once and quite enough about this. Yes. Well, I haven't done much things about it. Great interesting. It's a whole thinking a lot. It's whole thinking a lot that it's supposed to do something, you know. So my dad's sister or brother mentioned, and Daryl Juliet mentioned too, my mother, and her friend of the California mentioned too for the San Andreas float, and just like about the last 2.5 years. It's such as a very good thing about all thinking a lot. Well, think about including yourself and know such things about a minute artify. Well, that's just hard work to do. Whew. Well. Let's just fucking damn cars. When it's been rained, it stopped. It's gonna be dry just a little bit. Well, today's the day the Pirates of the Caribbean film series, Dementino Tales. The new trailer coming out today. The Black Pearl was completely literally just seems. The whole thing about for the captain by Jack Sparrow, and Queen Anne's Revenge, captained by new Hector Barbosa from Blackbeard for the last 10 years. From 1750, so now this year the 1760. Henry Turner leave for his mom Elizabeth but he certainly left her behind. So they're not sure she's not dead. She stays alive. She missed him very much to be better than. We could do a lot of those things. She could do better. She will. She can do. It's kind of like not sucks. When the unnamed British ship just captured under this crew, and this soldiers and crews just captured the Henry to the brig, and it's known, and here's his capture. A lot of live on action is so much good to be interesting, as such as the very nicest things about great interesting, but it is sometimes, and I never know, but he never sometimes didn't know about. He removes that. Why did he say? Where am I? I'm awake. So what did they say? They say, my sister just playing a game about she was pretended to be freaking out to say ah! She plays a lot of video games all day for being alone. She was very excitement to the freaking out. She's screaming so loud in her room. She opens that leaf door, but I tried to close that door. I looked for him just politely. I just close the door very slowly. She doesn't able to scream a lot. She gets about her entertainment for her video gaming on the gaming channel thing with friends. She's not gonna do something, it's just nothing for screaming a lot of those days. But she didn't have to do this before. So my brother just maddened in the game itself, from the basketball games in the NBA. And then she says, What the fuck? Shoot it, god damn it! And he was sort of about very mad, frustrating, freaking out, and he was just very most answering, not to hear it during those about video games from the NBA basketball in 2017. When my brother has a lot of those that say, "What the fuck, Judy, god damn it!" He plays the football every time, but he was certainly about about play a lot grand auto self, and not very sure. Yeah, but they say they have to brother it out about very most things. It's a good one, it's a good interesting. As this whole thing in a lot is supposed to do something. It's a lot of good things the very moments out. Gonna have to very much just know if you have to, whether it had to be remove it as that does it happen, whether get it exhausted, get warm up, take a rest as you can. So she was learning about the times, the death, about the days, and fun, and lots of good stuff to do, like millions of them. Yeah. Sounds like it's very excited to go out for the buffet today. So one adult at a time today. So I'm single. So no girlfriend anymore for me. So my plan today is mostly half of yours now. So I have something to do, something about whether to present it for you. But everybody, what someone else to do. What can the medallion do? So I have most to do for about the very good interest things. So a lot of good moments right now. where every most of the apparently like crocodiles ate a lot of the face-to-face with the alligators. And there the reptiles in the lake and starts the battling titans inside the sea, inside the underwater. There's a whole lot of Nile salt water and American, in most of the included American, the caiman, American alligators, the caiman, against by the crocodiles or free-for-alls. And those are the heads about hippos still like hunting the shores. All those herds of the hippopotamuses. It sort of have the most quietness, yes. If most do, hippo will win the battling for free-for-all, and the crocodiles, caimans, and alligators. Hippo will win this game. If you love those things about the gaming channel shows, those are what you do. So, all right. Those who are guys, about to see you guys if you're free to death. So don't forget to the subscribers on contents with you about your 7 things, about 8 things, including the 10 things, about the 10 things to subscriptions for your friends. So don't let it forget to the subscribers. So like and contents on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, your friends, the Twitch, and Gaming Charles, Juggersaw, Elma, New Jersey State, Caucasoid, Cocatall, El Tomalel, Play Stores, and Hangouts. Follow subscription, the friends on Jugger Nuggets, Big Brother, Joey Stahlbarger, Kid Behind the Camera, Bridget West, The Ink Grandpa Shows, Grandpa's Corner, Pisaka Cat, Joe Bunt, Larry's Lounge, Pisaka Aunts, Pisaka Uncles, Pisaka Mom, and Melissa, Manicorn, Julie, Riley, and Derradiso, Jaylee, Cuba Guy, The Cuba Guy Life, Space Jam Gardens, Like a Moko, Life for Boo, Next Boot, The Boot Show, and Crazy Love, Tony Tornado, Amanda Crew, near a new subscription today, and Woman Atwood Wings, and Shuna TV Prank, and Prank vs. Prank, BF vs. GF, and Joshua Doherty, Xiaomi TV, and pranks today. So show you guys about Boogie 2986. Don't forget the subscription. The ones that are inclusive about Alexander Daddario for Alice Anna, Alexander Daddario Topic, Logan Lerman, Brittany T. Jackson, Leva Rambic, Jim Perak, and Jay Gabriel, Ali Wood, Douglas Smith, and Margie Robbie, and Zach Efron, John Bass, Adam Devine, Kelly Whitbodge, and Kelly Whitbodge, Calebton, Justin, Ben Ferlander, and Aubrey Plaza, and Natalie E. for the best friends. With the siblings, Matthew and Catherine today. Matthew is doing Shadow Hunters at Casafit, Catherine McNairn, and Dama Sherwood today. So, love you guys to feel free to death. So, don't forget. See you soon in the main cam when I came home. See you in the night, mateys.